Hello, my name is Angela Bertone. I'm a local Louisiana author here at the Louisiana Book Festival in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And today I'm introducing Mary's Christmas, which is a historical fiction story about Mary as a little girl. She actually saved this little lamb's life, and later on has to go through some really tough things to prepare to be the mother of Jesus. But it does bring back the true meaning of Christmas, which is that Jesus was born to die for us. It's part of a trilogy. In March of 2013, the resurrection story will be available, as well as next Christmas, the final to the trilogy, where Mary and Joseph go back to Bethlehem, and Mary reminisces about what she learned in these first two stories. So check me out on my website. When you get there, you'll also find out that my first book that I wrote was Good Morning Sunshine. It's an inspirational read, and it is basically a story about how going through tough times can build character and integrity and actually change who you are, as opposed to making you bitter or have lots of unforgiveness. I hope you check that out as well. It's a true story. You kind of get to eavesdrop over my shoulder, listen to my conversations that I have with God as I learn some really tough things about myself. So I hope you enjoy it. Hope you check out my website. It's angelabertone.com or www.angelabertone.com. You can also sign up for my newsletter or just send me an email. The book is available in paperback, hardback, and Spanish.
Hi, I'm Debra Lynn. I've been writing for a lot of years and been published for the last 5. My 6th book just came out, and my 5th one came out right before it. Crime in the Big Easy speaks for itself. It's in New Orleans. It's a suspense. It's wonderful. Inspirational fiction. You can enjoy and not worry about having to skip a few chapters, or paragraphs, sorry. And Testimony of Innocence, book 2 of the Samantha Cain series, and here was book 1, still available, Be Not Afraid. Check me out. I'm in your libraries, I'm in your bookstores, or you can order me online. Fun to write. Hope you have fun reading it and enjoy them.
Hi, my name is Vicki Salome, and I wrote this novella. It's my first novella, and it's called A Prayer to St. Jude. And the publisher is Main Street Rag out of Charlotte, North Carolina. The book is about, it's about a 6-ward neighborhood in New Orleans. And the neighbors are terrified because they're being, the neighborhood is being overrun by a teenage drug gang. The hero of the story is Ori Magin. He's a 32-year-old African-American short order cook who gets his neighbors together to decide what to do about the neighborhood. People are leaving, they're scared to death. This drug game is just taken over. And they get together and they decide that they're going to start a little cafe in the neighborhood because it's become a ghetto now and they're trying to save it. So they start this cafe, and in the process of terrible things happening in the neighborhood, the Ori Magin, he not only tries to save the neighborhood, he tries to help these boys. They're all into drugs. And that's basically what the story is about. And actually, it's fiction. But it was written 15 years ago when I read a story in the Times-Picayune about a neighborhood which was actually in the 8th Ward, and this situation was going on. I think it was called Painter Street. The neighbors, for 8 months, they were being terrorized by a group of teenagers. And some brave souls stayed in that neighborhood, but a lot of people left. And over a short period, they kept calling the police. I think there were about 200 complaints to the police. The police would come, chase the kids away. They would come back. And I kept wondering, what would it be like to live in that neighborhood? Would I stay there, or just would I leave like everybody else? And that's when I started writing this story, and it just pretending that maybe I was one of those neighbors, and what would I do in a situation like this?
My name is Rikki Numeric. My book is One Moment with God. One Moment with God is a near-death experience I had scuba diving next to an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico. It's also an easy-to-read, very powerful, short memoir. One Moment with God has danger in the water, and it will touch many who believe and many who question.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Major Brandon, originally from Winsboro, but Baton Rouge, Louisiana is my home now. The Lord led me to write this book on becoming stronger in the Lord during and after divorce, my story of God's strengthening power, because there are many women in the church who go through divorce. I was abandoned and deserted after 18 years of marriage with 2 small children. And this book talks about my history, God's strengthening power through slander, and that sometimes comes through the church, working with your resources, new relationships, and fear and stress. The answers to all of these are found in God's Word and through prayer, and that's what my testimony is all about.